Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my program, The Key to Diversifications. My name is Mandy Chan, Head of IQI International Sales. Just a little bit background of myself. I've involved in international marketing for more than 7 years. And myself as an investor, I have invested quite a few properties in different countries for the past few years. Okay, for those who have joined us for the past few programs, like I said, this program is benefit for those that were keen to explore in international properties, or they want to diversify their investment portfolio by hedging against the currency, and yet they do not know how to go about it. So I believe that majority of the investors are fall under this category, especially you are talking about invest in a new territory or unfamiliar territory. You are not too sure about the investment guidelines and rules and regulations. So with this program, we are able to actually furnish you some of the fundamental of the investment guideline and criteria to invest abroad. Besides, we are actually provide some of the global insights of the real estate markets for international, and so that you have a better understanding on the overall international market performance. And at the end of this program, I believe that you'll be able to find out that some of the countries, in fact, the foreign investments policies are rather friendly, and they are only at very minimum entry cost. Today is our last episode for this series. As some of you has been joining us for the past series. For those that you miss anything, you can always go to our IQI Facebook page to retrieve all the recordings, or you can always go to our YouTube channel, IQI International Sales, to replay all the recordings. So all the, for the past 13 series, we have actually uploaded in both sites, all right? So like I said, I have invited quite a number of panel speakers, okay? And they are qualified professional real estate specialists, and they are very experienced and knowledgeable because some of them, they are investors as well. So they are able to share their experience and knowledge to guide you through your property diversifications. So today is our last episode, episode 14, and we are going to talk about Portugal Golden Visa. I'm sure some of you have heard of this. If you have heard of this Portugal Golden Visa, can you just comment one? So at least we know that you heard of it. Otherwise, today we are actually getting one of our professional associates from Global Migrations, and the MD, Desmond Ang, is going to share with us how potential this golden visa is. So without further delay, so let's welcome Desmond Ang. Desmond?
Hi, Mandy.
Yep, hi.
Hi, Mandy. Hi, everyone. Good evening. And thank you for joining us this evening. Finally, this is the last weekend of the lockdown for those in Malaysia. Well, and nonetheless, please continue to keep the social distancing and stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some of you are also from elsewhere, and I wish you safe and well.
Thank you, Desmond. So would you want to introduce yourself and your company, Global Migration Solutions, to the audience?
Sure. So Global Migration has been around for the last 16 years, since 2004. And our principle and core value is to advocate the right migration practices for our clients, our partners, ourselves, and our brand. And just a little bit about myself, I'm an immigration license advisor for Australia and New Zealand. And over the years, we have also extended our services to cover Portugal, United States, and Malaysia's second home program. And one of my achievements is to be awarded as one of the world top 50 migration leader by New Global in Los Angeles.
Congratulations.
And, thank you.
All right, so can you just share with us that what is this all about when you talk about Portugal Golden Visa? It's pretty new in the market, right?
Yeah, sure. So I'm sure more and more of you might have heard about the Portugal Golden Visa by now. And this is a program that was introduced by the Portugal government back in 2012. It is a very straightforward programs. Under these programs, first of all, you would need to invest into an acceptable investment option, which I will explain shortly what are the options available. Yeah, and once you have identified your investment, we can then take you over and file in your application. And the process takes about 12 months or so. And upon the approval, you will be entitled to a 5 years golden residency status, subjected to the 1 year plus 2 years plus 2 years of renewal. So basically, as soon as the visa is granted, you and your family member has the right to live, work, and study in Portugal. And at the end of the 5 years, you could choose to move on to become a permanent resident or a citizen of Portugal. So this is the, the summary, a good summary of these programs.
All right. So in fact, you are talking about Portugal Golden Visa. A lot of us might not be well known or known about this program as to compare to Australian migrations, because Australian migrations probably is the common one in Asians. Okay. So what is the difference and what is the unique features about this golden visa that would attract a lot of interest of the Asians right now?
Yeah. Well, in fact, the Portugal government has successfully made this program as the most popular one among all other European migration programs.
All right.
Yeah. And this program is very straightforward, like what I have just explained earlier. And this is so straightforward, and you are ready to have the residency status in just over a year. And as compared to many other programs, you can bring your entire family, including your in-law. And the children's, if your children are in the school, and even though the children pass the age of the majority, so long they continue to be your dependent, they are allowed to be included in this program. Yeah. And then during the first 5 years, all you have to do is to just spend as little as 7 days in Portugal.
Just 7 days?
Yeah. So this is so flexible as compared to a lot other programs. And this is a very unique programs, and it suits those really, really well who doesn't have sufficient times or who can't afford to spend too much time away from their business. Yeah. So this is so flexible. And importantly, at the end of the 5 years, you can choose to become a citizen and make the entire Europe your second home.
Wow. All right.
Yes.
So you're free to travel every European countries with just the visas
Yes.
that you have, right?
Yes, that's correct. So in general, as soon as you choose to become a citizen of Portugal, there is this free access to live and work, and study within, the 27 countries in the entire European and the Schengen area.
So it's not necessary you have to base in Portugal, but you can actually free to travel around within the 26 countries that you mentioned.
It is correct. So in fact, this is the end game to some of our clients who might already, be a permanent resident in Australia or elsewhere. And because of the flexibility in terms of the residency requirement of just 7 days a year, so they have moved on to take up another residency in Portugal.
All right, understand that. Okay, for those who's just joining us, welcome to our last episode of The Key to Diversifications. Today, we are talking about Portugal Golden Visa. So as usual, if you have any questions, you can always free to comment it in the comment box. We will pick up the question towards the end of the days. And today we might be giving you something special instead of reports. So later on, I will get Desmond to announce it to you. So please stay tuned with us. Continue to like our page and our program. Give us more likes. And later on, we will give you the free gift, which we will announce it later. All right. So, okay, what is the how do we qualify for this Portugal Golden Visa?
Sure. So under this Portugal Golden Visa, first of all, is an investment for residency visa.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have to choose one of the investment option. Yeah. And I think it is important for me just to share a little bit more before I get into the investment options. So in general, we mentioned earlier, the moment you choose to become a citizen of Portugal, and you have the free access to the 27 country. And let me try my very best to read out. To speak up these 27 countries, if I remember all.
All right.
And you would have Austria,
Uh-huh.
you would have Belgium,
Mm-hmm.
you have Czech Republic, you have Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Luxembourg, Malta, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, and Portugal obviously is a good entry point. And also we have Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, and Ireland. So there are so many countries for you and your family. That's why, Portugal is seen as, the great entry point to the rest of the European countries.
Okay,
For
I'm
you and your
sure.
family.
Yeah, I'm sure some of the countries that Desmond was just mentioning could be one of your favorite country as well. So name those few countries which is your favorite. Okay, so please comment in the comment box. All right. All right. So what are the process involved? In fact, if we want to should we have clients that interested to into this program? So what do they need to do about it?
Sure. Well, the first important process is to identify the investment option, because as soon as you decided on your investment options and you completed your investment, that's where we take you on, to move on with the application and file your application with the Department of the Immigration. And let's talk about these investment options available. And of course, there are some very popular one, and there are some option that is not as popular. And these options includes first transfer of cash or capital of 1 million euro and kept it for 5 years. So I have not seen anybody or among our clients who has chose this option. And the second option is to have a business and create 10 full-time jobs or 10 employment opportunity. Again, this is not, a very popular options. And the third options is one of the very popular one, which is to choose a property worth 500,000 euro and above. Under these options, you could choose any types of the property in anywhere, in Portugal, whether it is the new property or whether it is old property, without any restrictions on the location. So this is under these third options. It is a property with 500,000 euro and above. And next, under the property, we also have, an options of 350,000 euro. This is an investment in real estate rehabilitation, meaning to say that property has not been renovated for the last 30 years.
All right.
So if you choose a property for renovation, which has not been renovated in the last 30 years, then all you need to do is just to invest as little as 350,000. Yeah.
All right.
And the next option, which is also a very popular one, which is, is a 20% discount of the fourth option, the 350 option. So under these options, the next option, this is also an investment into the property of only 280,000. And this is a property in national heritage property. For example, if the property is under the UNESCO zone, and all you need to invest is just the 280,000. And last options, of course, in the private equity fund of 350,000. So if you're looking at the common options available, or the popular options that most of our clients chose, is between the property as low as 280,000 or the private equity funds of 350,000. So in terms of the process, as soon as they decided on their investment options, then we'll move on to open up the bank accounts and the tax file for them and overseas into Portugal. Yeah, so this is the requirements. And as soon as they completed the fund transfer and invested into the property or into the fund, then we file their application. And from there, it takes 8 months for that to get through the entire process. And that is when their 5 years starts. So the process is very straightforward and easy to understand.
All right. So it's only the when talk about the criteria is only the investment sum, right? Not
Yes,
so much on the English test or so much on the age and the point system. Not that much, right?
yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So this Portugal Golden Visa, in fact, doesn't require English test.
Mhm.
There's no age limit. There's no health check. Yeah. So the sources of fund, you do not need to prove where do you gather the 350 or 280 or 500,000, so long the fund is being transferred from overseas into the Portugal.
All right. So in terms of the property purchase, can they buy in anywhere in Portugal? Any cities they like?
Yes, at this junction, they can choose anywhere they like in Portugal, though there is a review coming up, and perhaps it is likely going to be taking place next year,
Mm-hmm.
where Lisbon and Porto might be excluded from the investment zone. Or in other words, if you are looking at buying a property in Lisbon or Porto, this might not be available or might not be an option available to you anymore next year.
Because these two countries, these two city, in fact, is the biggest capital, one of these biggest capital cities as well, and a lot of foreigners actually prefer to invest into these two cities. So therefore, government's actually trying to put some restrictions on it.
Well, I would say this is one of the reasons. Of
Right.
course, there is the changes to the migration rules and regulation, and sometimes it is also part of the political motive.
Mm-hmm.
But having said that, other than being in Lisbon and Porto, there are a lot more, there are a lot more places for you to choose, and there are so much options available.
All right. So when you talk about invest in property, can they just invest one, or they can actually choose a few? And as long as the sum is equivalent to 500,000 euro or 350 euro.
That's correct. There's no requirements to pick only one particular property for that value. In other words, the visa applicants, they could choose, more than one property, so long, the investment, the total investment amount meets the immigration's requirement.
Do they need to keep the property as long as they keep the permanent residence citizens program?
Golden residents, yes.
Yes.
But they need to maintain at least over the 5 years if should they wish to maintain the golden visa residency status over a period of 5 years. The good things about these programs is it is so flexible. Again, in terms of the property, should you wanted to exit from one that you have invested within the 5 years periods, and if you find an investment options, another better investment options, you could choose so within a month periods. So if you sell off your existing property, all you need to make sure is to reinvest to the next property within a 1 month periods.
All right. Okay, so we talk about the migrations program itself. So would you like to share with us how about the lifestyle in Portugal?
Certainly. So, well, let me share with you also why Portugal is equally an attractive migration destination. And first and foremost, the quality of life. Portugal has been outstanding in the quality of life. The country has been consistently awarded as the happiest country to live in Europe. And affordable housing, I would think that another important reason is the affordable housing. I'm sure every one of us wants to have a lovely place to
Mm-hmm.
call home. And Portuguese housing is everything you would expect, to be, because many older and charming properties are available. And there is also a growing trend towards the heritage style apartment, yeah, in
Mm-hmm.
Portugal. And
Mm-hmm.
our clients find this so our clients find it so excited when they look through the options, the property options available, and it is so easy for them to decide, on when we propose to them,
Mm-hmm.
the options available. Yeah. And I think one of the also equally important factor is the cost of living in Portugal. When you think about, the world's cheapest place to live or retire, you probably think about Asia, yeah, or Latin America. But in fact, there are so many places in Asia that is no longer the cheapest to live. Yeah. So Portugal, on the other hand, especially in Algarve, if you could embrace with the best of the continental lifestyle, and from the grocery to rent, it is widely known that people move here to save big, especially in retirement.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Interesting. All
yeah.
right.
So it is a country for retirement. In fact, yes.
All right, so we open to the floor. Do you all have any questions with regards to the Portugal Golden Visa? You can actually feel free to ask now because we still have some times for Q&A. All right, so if you have any questions right now, please post it here. We will try to answer it later. All right, so beside that, is English well widely spoken in Portugal? Would there be any
Yes.
communication barrier? Because I mean, I haven't been to Portugal. In fact, this is one of my my to do travel list. All right, I plan to do it this year, but I don't think I'm able to fulfill this. So perhaps I will move forward to next year. But I really want to know that is the English widely speaking in Portugal?
Yes. Well, you will be very surprised to know that English is so widely spoken and you won't find settling in difficult at all. So it is important, of course, for you as a migrant to adapt quickly. And there is no language barriers in Portugal.
Mm.
And most of our clients has feedbacked that. And I
Wow.
agree with Mandy. If we have not been to Portugal, this would be your next travel destination for you and your family member. Yeah, Mandy.
Yep. All right. So any question from the floor? Remember, do like our page and our program. This will be our last episode for the key to diversification. So if you have any questions, so feel free to ask now. Or for those that will just join in, thanks for joining us and support our program. If you miss the earlier part, you can always go to the our Facebook international page to retrieve the recording, or you can always go to our YouTube channel, IQI International Sales, to retrieve all the recording. All right, so if there is anyone who's interested, so how should they go about it?
Sure. Well, just before answering this question, Mandy, I think I would like to just highlight
Mm-hmm.
the foreign investment policy for Portugal. And the government actively encourage the foreign property buyer.
Mm-hmm.
And in Portugal, around 75% of the people would own their own homes,
Mm-hmm.
which is 10% higher than the average in UK and United States. Yeah,
All
and
right.
there's no restrictions to buying a home in Portugal as a foreigner. In fact, most of the properties are freehold.
All
Yeah,
right.
and also the fact that there's no inheritance tax
Tax.
in So it makes the property even more attractive to the investor who wants to hold it for long term and pass it all over to the children. Yeah. So
Okay.
if you sorry, yeah. Yeah, so
No,
if
go.
you wanted to find out more, yeah, if you wanted to find out more, you can call our number. At this moment, you know, we have a mobile number for you to reach out. And the number 2114. And I repeat, 010-229-2114. If you are from outside Malaysia, all you need to do is just to add 6 in front of the 010, and you can either call us or you can WhatsApp under this number, and we'll reach out to you. Alternatively, you could go and visit our company website. It is www.globalmigrationsolutions.com. So I repeat, www.globalmigrationsolutions with the S, yeah, .com. And we will, you know, we will advise you if you have any question that we have not addressed or spoke about earlier.
Okay, there's one question was asking there, is the tax rate very high in Portugal?
Well, to attract, in fact, to attract the high net worth individual or, you know, a foreigner or investor, the Portugal government offer reduced tax rates and some exemptions for your first 10 years in country. For example, if you are being employed in Portugal, the non-habitual residents can benefit a flat 20% income tax rate. So in general, Portugal is a country for tax planning because of it is one of the lowest country with, you know, a lower tax regime within the European, you know, country. So many high net worth individual, which includes British themselves, has made Portugal to be a tax residence for their tax planning purposes.
All right. So there's another question was asking that if they were to buy, invest in properties, so can they get financing or they have to buy cash?
All right. Well, if let's say if you are buying a property for the purpose of the golden visa, you are not allowed to get the financing within Portugal because the requirements of this visa is for you to transfer the equal amount of money from overseas into the country. And of course, some of the clients are getting, you know, some sort of facility from their private banking facility or remortgage their property and get the money transferred it over. And if you are not, if you are buying property not for the purpose of the golden visa and getting a local financing, you would need to refer to the respective bank. I suppose most of the bank would require certain level of the, you know, would have their respective requirements for the financing.
All right. So again, any more questions? Remember just now I was mentioning that we're going to give something special instead of the report. So did you want to know what is that? So if you're keen to know what is that, what is the free gift of today, especially today is our last episode for our program. So any one of you are curious to know that what is the free gift that we are going to give away, can you comment to? Can you comment to? Then we will announce the free gift very soon. All right, I'm waiting for your comment. Otherwise, we would not announce the free gift. All right. Anything that you want to add, Desmond, with regards to the Portugal Golden Visa?
Well, I think for those who has not been to Portugal, do visit Portugal when it is time and safe to travel. This is one, yeah, again, you know, I would like to just to mention it again. This is the most popular and the most successful programs among all other European migration programs. And the Portugal government has made it so successful. And you can see it, you can tell from the processing time itself alone. This, in fact, is a program that take the longest among all other European programs. Some of the programs might take 2 months, 3 months, or even 4 months. And I think it is certainly too fast at this junction for anybody to apply and having to, to travel in the next 3 to 4 months' time. And only this program, because of the demand, this program is now taking up to even 1 year already. Yeah, before you and your family member are ready to have the residency status.
All right, that's great. All right, so again, thank you very much for those who have joined our program from the episode 1 to episode 14. As usual, those who have missed our program and you find that if you like to replay our program, you can always go to our Facebook international page, or you can actually go to YouTube under IQI International Sales. You can retrieve all the recording for the past episode 1 to episode 13. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the panel speakers for sharing their knowledge and experience and guidance towards property diversifications or migrations as well. And also, I would like to thank audience for your support and your on my program, and I hope that you actually like this program and you think that this program is actually benefit to you. Please give us some feedbacks if you think that we have actually missed some of the topics and you wish that we can go through it. You always feel free to comment in our international sales page. I hope by now you'll be able to get the gist of how to invest in overseas, at least the fundamental criteria and the investment guideline. And after all, I hope that you find that it's actually a very interesting topics. And I hope that with this program, we'll be able to educate you all to invest wisely. And we are here to actually help you to diversify your investment portfolio, be it buying properties or through migrations as well. And if you have any questions or you have any further concerns, you can always drop us a line or send us a message in our Facebook international page or even in our YouTube program. Then we can actually get my teams to actually contact you as well. So again, thanks a lot. I hope everybody will like this program. And if you are interested to explore more on the properties investments, you can always log into our website, www.iqiglobal.com. You can see a lot of projects that we are actually offering from different countries. Just tell us your criteria. We are there to assist you. So don't be shy. Always contact us. All right. Of course, I would like to highlight this. Knowledge can make a more prudent investor. Do not quarantine your wealth. Okay, you should build your wealth and diversify your investment portfolio. So I hope everybody stay safe, stay strong, and take care. Remember, keep in touch. All right. So we are here to assist you. We are here to guide you through whether is it migrations or property investment. So I'm sure a lot of people are very excited to know that what is the free gift for today. All right. So Desmond, you want to announce it?
Sure. So instead of giving out, the reports, Mandy says,
so boring.
There are human elements where you can provide. I said certainly. And if anybody wants to have a more detailed consultation or to find out certain, to get clarification on some of the questions in relation to the migration to Portugal or in terms of getting the residency, we are here to offer a 15 minutes complimentary consultation. So all you need to do is to be in touch with IQI, and they'll identify who you are, and they'll pass the contact number over to me, and I will be, speaking to you and address all the questions you have. Over to you, Mandy.
Okay, can I have one more favor? Instead of just asking Portugal, can they ask, instead of Portugal, maybe they're interested in Australia or New Zealand or MM2H. Can they still get this free 15 minutes consultancy from you?
Sure. Sure. Well, I specialize in Australia, New Zealand, and Portugal and United States. Likewise, the Malaysia Second Home programs. These are the 5 countries.
Mhm.
And feel free to be in touch with me. And you can ask any question, as much as question as you like. Yeah.
All right. So for those who love to have this 15 minutes face to face or through Zoom, okay. If you do not wish to come up right now, so we can actually do a private sessions with you on the 15 minutes. So can you just comment 15 minutes? So I will get my team to contact you so that to make sure you're eligible for this 15 minutes free consultants time with Desmond. All right, so remember, comment 15 minutes. So we will actually get my teams to contact you and get your name so that you enjoy this free sessions with Desmond. All right, so everybody happy? I hope that you will love this gift, especially during this last episode for the key to diversification. And this is a special favor from Desmond that normally it's just report. So because it's going to be very costly to get the consultant's time with Desmond. His time is actually very precious and very expensive. So thank you very much for such offer to our audience and to our supporters as well. All right, so any more questions? So I hope that you like our program and you find that it's benefit. Do share it with your friends. Any one of them that they are keen to explore in international properties. This is probably one of the program that you can share it with them and get their interest. If they really want to know more details, can always contact us. We are here to assist you. As you know that IQI have a lot of global office around the world. So basically we can offer all the projects or all the stocks that you require. Just tell us your criteria. We are here to assist you. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Desmond, for your time. So I hope all the best to you, to your business as well. And stay safe, stay strong. All right. So for those who have joining us for the past 13 programs, all right, thank you very much for your support. Let us know anything that you need to know or what we can improve from there. We will actually come up. So I'm not too sure if I have any plan after this, okay? It depends on the audience, your feedbacks, okay? If you love our program, perhaps we might consider to continue, all right? Okay, so thank you very much. I hope everybody stays safe. Take care.
Thank
And
you.
good night.
Good night, Mandy. All the best to you. And
Yeah.
guys out there, please stay safe and well.
Thank
All right.
you.
Take care. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good
Bye.
night.